Oh boy, Johnny, it looks like Barry Trotz is starting to shake up the Preds roster, but it's not what you might think. Whatever do you mean, Jersey guy? Any news is good news, right? So let's see what's going. Why does it say placed on waivers? Why does it not say traded to and compensation in return? Do you ever just want to get down on one knee and thank the hockey gods upstairs that Phil Forsberg is a Nashville Predator? Hey everybody, it's Jersey Guy. Hold my beer. Are you sure you want me here? Hat trick watch anybody? Is it maybe somewhere that we owe a massive debt to the hockey gods? Again and again and again. You're like a kid again, Johnny. Is happening? Is this happening? Is this happening? This isn't an ad for some dang cookie. I want a piece of that action. Well, you don't have to tell me twice. What do you have to tell me that is going to make me feel positive? And maybe the Titans won't let us down on Thursday. Preds, walk it off! Okay, on with Johnny's reaction video.
Redemption take you home.
Everybody's hands go up, way up, as the Nashville Predators defeat the Utah Hockey Club by a score of 4-0 Saturday night inside Bridgestone Arena. 2 goals by Philip Forsberg and 26 saves by Juice showed there just might be some fight left in this team before they head out on a 2-week-long CMA road trip. There was roster news before this game took place that Colt Sissons would return from injury, and to the shock of many in the fan base and many Preds writers, that Dante Fabro was placed on waivers. What? At first, many of us thought that he would likely be claimed on Sunday, but according to Elliot Friedman, he's not expected to be claimed. So I guess this is a means to encourage a trade later on by getting him much needed playing time in Milwaukee. It would be nice to find out why he wasn't given more of a fair shake this season to play under Burnett. Many in his fan base ponder why, oh why, does Fabro ride the press box while we still see Luke Schenn dressed on the ice. As for this game, just over a minute in, Alex Kerfoot trips Gustav Nyquist, and it would go a long way to help the Preds get off of the schneid by getting the power play going. And when you need a goal, who do you turn to? Your goal scorer, of course. So Roman Josi gets the puck to Philip Forsberg, who waits, and Juuso Parssinen, of all people, provides the beautiful screen in front of former Pred Connor Ingram, and Forsberg snaps the shot, beats Ingram. Preds on the power play open the scoring up 1-0. Moments later, though, bad defensive breakdown by the Preds allows Nick Smoltz to skate right down Main Street, and somehow, someway, UC Sauls makes amazing save to keep this only a 1-0 game. Things remain relatively even until 9 minutes into the first period when Logan Cooley hooks Roman Josi, and at the same time, Olli Mantha gets assessed a double minor on Gustav Nyquist, who would go off for repairs but would be okay. Preds gotta take advantage of moments like this in this game, or happen other times in the season, to get themselves some confidence. And though the Preds had Utah hemmed in their zone for the first half of that double minor, they're not able to score. A little while later, though, in the second half of Olli Mantha's double minor, puck comes to Roman Josi with a blast, and on the way to the net, it's tipped by Jonathan Marchessault past Connor Ingram, and the Preds, just like that, 2 power play goals, have a 2-0 lead instead of being down 2-0. Preds keep the heat cranked up to 100, playing arguably the best period, I would say, since they beat Boston near the end of the period. Utah barely able to get the puck out of their zone as the Preds are hungry for more goals. Mercifully for Utah, the first period ends, Preds up 2-0, out shooting them like crazy 13-4. Utah tries some good cycling, shooting from different angles, but is unable to get anything past Saros to start the first part of the second period. To their credit, some serious pushback by Utah to start the second, because they prevent the Preds from getting their first shot on goal for quite a bit of time. luckily not as long as it took them in the third period against LA. Just over 9 minutes left to go in the second period, though. A certain somebody decides to put another dagger into Utah. Sometimes you just have to do it yourself. And that's exactly what Phil Forsberg does as he gets control of the puck in the Preds defensive zone, skates out around a couple of Utah defenders. Some of them try to race back, and he skates and corkscrews through them into the middle of the ice and snaps it over Connor Ingram's glove hand into the net. His second of the game, his 8th of the season. Preds lead 3-0, being his 8th goal of the season. That now means Phil Forsberg is 5 goals away from 300. Under 5 minutes left to go in the second period. Preds look comfortable, but the last thing you want to do against a team like Utah is fall into a belief of complacency, especially because this is the ghost of Arizona past that you always had trouble with. Utah's first power play of the game is Michael McCarron going off for hooking. There'll be carryover into the third period, but at least after 40 minutes, the Preds still maintain the 3-0 lead. Preds start the third period off on the right foot and kill off McCarron's hooking call. The Preds would continue that positive momentum on the penalty kill, a lot better than the Florida game, where they would kill off Forsberg's a little bit too aggressive on his high sticking call, and Utah would go 0 for 2 on their power play chances on this night. Time seems to be flying by now, which is quite all right for this Preds roster looking for a positive, and the fan base watching the game in person and at home. There is no doubt about it. This is the best Preds game of the season since the Boston win. Utah pulls Connor Ingram of about 3 minutes left to go in regulation. Finally, some breathing room, just under 2 minutes left to go in regulation, with the goalie pulled. Gustav Nyquist tips a shot down by Jonathan Marchessault that hits the empty net. Preds cruising this one by a final score of 4-0. Well, that's a response, but it's not going to be good enough if you get complacent after 1 or 2 wins and then fall back to complacency and fall into a long losing streak trap. Luke Evangelista was quoted in the locker room before this game that this team had to fight like in Grapes of Wrath with piss and vinegar. And yeah, I'd say they showed that to us in this game. Now, can they keep it going? I follow the Milwaukee Admirals the best I can, so if it does happen that Fabro doesn't get claimed off of waivers tomorrow, I'll keep an eye on him for you and see what he does with the Admirals. Hopefully it helps the Preds out, that maybe raises his trade value and can benefit the team somewhat in the positive down the road and get this ship in the right direction once and for all. Enjoy your Sunday. Try to enjoy some semblance of the Titans game as they head out on the road to play the Chargers Sunday afternoon. And then we all gather back Monday evening when this team goes to Ball Arena to face, the lovely Avalanche Monday night. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click a like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. You could find my social media and interact with me during every Preds game by clicking on a channel name. Tell all your friends about Predemption. And let's enjoy this. A little time away from home will do this team some good on some road trip bonding.